You're listening to localwebradio.fm. Community-minded, locally focused.
You're listening to This Week in Real Estate with Lance and Connie Marples from Sutton West Coast Realty. Here's your host.
Hello, this is your host, Nick Jaworski, and I am here with Connie Marples from Sutton West Coast Realty. And today we'll be talking with Connie about making your home much more attractive with deep cleaning and seasonal decor. So we'll be covering what people can do to prepare their homes for spring, some ideas for the yard and outside space, and making the most of the spring season. Now, before Connie joins us, just a reminder that if you have questions or require assistance, you can reach Lance and his wife Connie by telephone at 604-538-8888 and on Facebook at facebook.com/Marples Marketing. Connie, it's great to be talking with you today.
You too, Nick. Nice to be back.
All right, so we're going to be talking about spring cleaning and decor, and before we started recording, I was discussing with you that this is an area that I need help with. so I hope that other people can take some information from this.
Well, I think we all have the desire to freshen things up in the spring. And I mean, here we are living in South Surrey, White Rock, where really our winters are not bad at all. But It doesn't matter. You still have the itch for spring desperately. Luckily, we've sprung forward now, so we're getting longer nights. But
yes.
It's time to do a serious deep clean and dust out the cobwebs literally and figuratively as well, right?
Okay, well then, so what's the first thing we should do? How should we prepare our homes for spring?
Well, it's really important to do the deep clean. I mean, everyone knows spring cleaning. It's something we've heard about our whole life, and most of us do. But it's for good reason. After months of the doors and windows being closed up, and also with the change of humidity, this is a breeding ground for allergens. And I, unfortunately, do suffer from allergies. So I'm particularly careful with this kind of thing because it's actually a health reason. So if it's too daunting to get into doing it yourself, then you should really hire it out go out for the day and enjoy yourself and come home to that smell of cleanliness is worth every penny. But
right.
most of us do it ourselves because it's pricey to get someone to do it. And keep in mind that deep cleaning is a great workout and burns a ton of calories.
Well, that's great. I mean, any suggestions for sort of how we should approach this process of deep cleaning?
Yeah, well, first of all, you want to start at the top. You want to vacuum the ceiling fans, walls, baseboards, windowsills, crown moldings, even the tops of picture frames, books on shelves, all the knick-knacky stuff. You want to get all the dust off of that. And even vacuuming your drapes, curtains, blinds, you'd be surprised how much, you start getting into it and you're like, wow, it's amazing how much dirt gets in there. And the biggest thing is to vacuum, move all your furniture, take your carpets outside and vacuum underneath them, the throw rugs, I should say. So all of those things make a huge, huge difference in how you feel. And you literally are getting rid of, millions of dust mites, which is disgusting but true.
Well, you got to do it. So you can't avoid it. Just out of curiosity, do you wear a mask while you do the cleaning?
Well, that's funny. I actually do because I am sensitive to dust. Yeah. So I use one of those little throwaway protective ones because otherwise I just end up having a big bad allergy attack and kind of defeats the purpose. But it's really a good idea to do that. Because so many people are allergic to dust and dust mites and don't really even know that they are. A lot of people suffer, and it doesn't always come up in sneezing. It can be joint pain. It can just be fatigue, a lot of different things that you don't even realize that's where it's stemming from.
Okay, so we've got the inside cleaned, which sounds much easier right now than I just said it. But it's clean, and we feel good about it. And so what about the outside of the home, the house and the yard itself?
Well, the biggest thing to do is pressure wash everything. And it's just it just makes an amazing difference. You look at your sidewalk, the before and after, and it's that really satisfying feeling of, wow, like literally different color. And, especially around your front entrance, the windows. I mean, of course, I'm sitting here going on about it, and I don't do it. Lance does it. That's the best part. I do the inside. He does the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a really good investment to purchase a pressure washer. Once you have one, you use it. We use ours all the time. Like it's great a piece of equipment to have. Mm-hmm. But if you don't want to buy one, you can rent them from Home Depot, or of course, again, you can have a lawn care company come in and do that for you. But it's just, that's the biggest thing is just get everything clean. I'm not really personally into the lawn and gardening. That's a whole nother talk. I'd like to bring an expert in to do a show on, because it's just a sort of an art unto itself. And so many people are into gardening, which is great. Me, I'm kind of the one in the lawn chair reading my book, drinking a margarita, but I do love the yard to look nice. So we actually have somebody that come and does that for us. But the other thing is to make sure all the debris is picked up. There's, with the winds we get through the winter, you got branches and all that stuff. So just the pressure washing and the yard cleanup, it will just make a tremendous difference on the look of your outside, whether you're selling or just staying there and you want to enjoy it for yourself, right?
Right. Now, do you have any inexpensive suggestions for sort of the change of season from winter to spring, and to help us get rid of those winter doldrums?
Yeah, well, for sure. Like outside, I love, I always have 2 pots outside either side of my door, and I change those up seasonally. So in the spring, I love to just pop in some of those bright little spring flowers you can pick up, whether they're the hyacinth, tulips, or what have you. There's a lot of different ones to choose from, and they're inexpensive. And then I always grab a couple bunches of pussy willows and stick them right into the dirt, so they pop out. It gives you some visual height, and it makes quite a dramatic display outside your front door. So that's a really fun and pretty thing to do. Yeah, you can take a ribbon, like a nice color, yellow or something that sort of hits the spring mark, and tie it onto a coat hanger that you've straightened out, or a chopstick, and just stick it right in the pot, so you get this big boofy ribbon in there too.
Nice big splash of color.
Exactly. So, and then inside, I always keep fresh flowers around. That's obvious, but it's just amazing what a hit of yellow tulips will do to brighten your spirits. And I bought some yesterday actually, and put them in a white vase, and then I put the vase on a white square plate and surrounded it with lemons and limes, and it's like under $10, and it looks so pretty. It makes me happy. So yeah, it's a good thing.
That sounds great. I should get myself something like that. But we've got to take a quick break right now. We'll be right back with Connie Marples from Sutton West Coast Realty, and when we return, we'll be discussing sprucing up your home following the harsher winter months. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
More This Week in Real Estate after this.
Are you struggling with a dental or oral health issue? Dr. Norm Ickert from Ickert Dental Implant Center is committed to improving your quality of life with the very best in modern and advanced dentistry. You can catch Dr. Ickert on the Health Channel for the Healthy Smiles Oral Health Show here on localwebradio.fm and at the Ickert Dental Implant Center in Langley at 866-981-1381. That's 866-981-1381.
Take control of your financial future with Sound Investing with Byron Stryloff, Senior Investment Advisor and Chartered Financial Planner with over 30 years of experience on the Business Channel on localwebradio.fm.
Shopping for the lowest mortgage rate? Looking to refinance? Catch the Mortgage Newscast with Jared Dreyer on the Business Channel on localwebradio.fm. It's time now for more This Week in Real Estate.
All right, we are back, and I am here with Connie Marples, and we're discussing the spring season and how you can make your home more attractive. Now, Connie, right before the break, we were talking about the inside, and then we had to take, a quick break. So any other thoughts on inexpensive ways to brighten up the inside of your house?
Oh, yeah, for sure. This is a good time of year to change up your throw pillows and throws on your couch. It's all about lighter, airier colors and bringing the outdoors in to sort of give hints of the warmer days to come. So I think it has a really inspiring effect on the brain. I know it does for me, but like for instance, this year's colors that are very popular, where you can throw in a little hint of spring. Radiant orchid is supposedly the color of the year, but it's kind of a purpley pink. It's the purple that you do see in an orchid. And I mean, we're not all going to run out and redo our houses in that color, of course, but if you just see a bowl that color or a throw pillow or something, if you're drawn to that color, it's a nice way to sort of update your decor. Yellows, oranges, turquoise, all of those colors bring in a really nice feel and make you feel less wintry. I also have a couple of large outdoor lanterns that, they're meant to put candles in them, but I like to use them seasonally. And in the winter months, I put pine cones and stuff in them. But in the spring, they look really great with a little pretty plant, or I have this little nest with blue eggs in it. So again, it's just about bringing the outside in and giving you that hit of warm days.
Yeah, for sure. Now, any suggestions on how to make the most of this season?
Well, my favorite thing to do in spring, after that long haul of winter, is to celebrate. And
right.
Whether it's for exactly right, whether it's for the first day of spring or Easter get together or whatever, I love to get together with family and have a couple different parties, one with friends, one with family, whatever. And it's a good time to barbecue a salmon, and we've all been eating stew and soup and roasted foods, and it's just nice to get some fresh salads going and maybe a lemon meringue pie, and just be grateful and look forward to the warm days ahead.
Yeah, that's great advice. Now, with all the talk of spring, we should talk real estate for a second. And how is the real estate market in South Surrey, White Rock, shaping up for this spring?
Well, great, actually. Generally speaking, spring is the busiest time of the year in real estate, for sure. And this year is definitely no exception. Last year's house sale prices in South Surrey and White Rock, this time last year, we were at 91 sales. This year we're at 162.
Oh wow!
So it's about almost a 60% increase. And then similarly, apartments and condos last year we were at 88, and this year we're up to 127.
Wow!
So yeah, it's a very, very good sign, and a lot of that activity took place in February. So January was good, but February was even better, and all signs are that March will be very, very strong as well. So it is a good time, whether you're buying or selling, because there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of good inventory to choose from, and there's lots of people, a lot of buyers out there. So whether either end of the market, it's a very safe, good time to get involved.
Yeah, for sure. And do you have any sort of final thoughts? We're almost out of time. Any final thoughts for this topic?
Well, just that on a personal level, Lance and I are finding our listings are getting a lot of showings right now. We're very busy and happy. But, we always do have time for you, for your real estate needs, or if you have anybody you can think of that might be able to benefit from our services. We're never too busy for your referrals, and we'd be more than happy to help out with your real estate needs. So that's all I got.
All right. Well, this was a great topic, Connie. But as I said, we're out of time. And for you, the listener, if you can think of someone who might benefit from what we've talked about here today, maybe they need to spruce up their home, can subtly send this over to them. I'm sure they'll thank you for it. And you can reach Lance and Connie Marples by telephone at 604-538-8888 and online at surreywhiterockhomes.com. Connie, thanks so much.
Thank you, Nick.